I apologize if I look like trash. I have been moving all week. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Allie. If you're new here, hello. If you're returning, welcome back. I appreciate you. Thanks for not being sick of me yet. Welcome to the couch in my apartment. I literally just finished moving in. I brought in the last box, but everything's still in boxes. Let me know if you guys want an apartment tour. I'll probably bring you guys along for organizing books and everything, because I got a bunch of new bookshelves because there's so much room in here, which I'm so excited about. But if you guys want a finished apartment tour, let me know. So it is the end of May. It's not March, it's May. It's the end of May, so it is reading wrap-up time. This month is a pretty slow month for me. I was super busy moving. I also pretty much just exclusively read Throne of Glass. 90% of this is Throne of Glass. So it's like, I just spent a lot of time reading one singular series and a couple books spread in and out. So like, in the grand scheme of things, I read a lot, but number-wise, I didn't. Numbers-wise, I only read like 9 books when I normally read like in the 20s. But I read big books. Throne of Glass, I have 2 books left. I read Empire of Storms. I just don't know where my copy of it is. I'm not sure which of my many boxes it's in. Previous month, I'll link that video. I read the first two books? I read the first 2 books? Yeah. I read the first 2 books. And I'm doing it where you read Assassin's Blade first instead of the 3rd book. So don't hate me if you don't agree with that. But I actually have enjoyed it, having read it that way. It made a lot more sense to me. But yeah, that's what I've done. But Crown of Midnight, I loved it. I 4-starred it. It was great. Loving the series. That hadn't changed it. Heir of Fire, loved it. 4-starred, great. Still loving the series up to this point. Queen of Shadows. This is where I was getting worried because 90% I will have a lot more traffic in this apartment. That's the only thing I'm kind of upset about, is there might be a lot more traffic noise that I can't change. Queen of Shadows, this is kind of the part where I was getting a little bit worried, because most people that I had seen on the internet, they were like, oh, Queen of Shadows was so hard to get through. Like, I had to force myself to read it. I 4-starred this book. It was no harder for me to read than anything. Like, Queen of Shadows is like when Rowan and Aelin like come together. Like, I don't understand how this wasn't enjoyable for people. I guess, like, I read high fantasy where it's just chapter upon chapter of just describing the background. So I guess I'm used to like slower paced books. So this didn't seem slow paced to me, but I was worried, but I was not disappointed. I was worried for no reason. It was great. 4-starred it. See, I went to grab Empire of Storms and I grabbed Throne of Glass. I read this last month. I'm not impacted. I also grabbed Assassin's Blade. I didn't need to grab these 2. I'm a mess. Empire of Storms, I didn't grab. It's in a different box. I grabbed all the wrong books. But Empire of Storms, 5-starred it. That was my first 5-star book of the whole series. So I still have Tower of Dawn, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, and Kingdom of Ash. Here's the thing. I am very nervous, again, very worried, like I was to start Queen of Shadows, but a little bit more. I'm worried about Tower of Dawn because Kaol is not the most entertaining character for me, and I know that that book is just like him. So I feel like if I'm forcing myself to read any book, it's gonna be that one. And I've seen on Book Talk and everything where some people skip it and they go right to Kingdom of Ash and they're like, oh, it still makes sense. But then there's other people that's like, well, there's stuff in Tower of Dawn that's like important plot wise to Kingdom of Ash. And like, I get why people would skip it because it's hard to read, but I don't think I personally can do that. I think it would bother me. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to say, oh, I've read Throne of Glass if I've skipped an entire book just because I didn't like the character that it was about. So I'm definitely gonna finish the series. I am just kind of putting off starting Tower of Dawn. Outside of Throne of Glass, another book I read this month was Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This came out this month and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think this might be my favorite Emily Henry. I think that this is my favorite out of her books. This is the only one that I've tabbed this much. It's not spicy. and like I'm a spicy romance person, this was really good without spice. I normally am not a big fan of romance without spice. I'll read it, but they're not normally like a 4 or 5 star for me. They're like a 3. This I 4-starred, and it's not spicy. It's so cute. The banter in this, the characters, I loved it, and I could not recommend it enough. If you like your romance that isn't spice, no spicy romance, I highly suggest this. It was incredible and I loved it so much. And then on my Kindle, which is also packed somewhere that I don't know exactly, I read the first 2 books of the Boys of Preston Prep series. This is a companion novel series of, I believe, 4 books, and I read the first 2, Devil May Care and A Deal with the Devil. I 3-starred both of them. I think I personally liked the first book a little bit better, which is surprising to me because the first book is bully romance, but I think I just liked the characters of that book and like the plot line of it a little bit better than the second book. The second, I guess, is kind of a second chance romance, but not like a typical second chance romance. A lot of trauma in it. I would definitely check your trigger warnings for this series. And I feel like I'm definitely more of a second chance romance than a bully romance person. I normally don't like bully romance. It's not my thing. But it worked for me for this one, and I really enjoyed it. I definitely think I'm gonna read the other 2 books. It's just not super high up on my list of, yes, I wanna get it read now, but I definitely think I will at some point. But yeah, that is what I've read through this month. Pretty much just straight up Throne of Glass, which I'm not upset about. I definitely think I'm gonna finish reading it. I wanted to finish the Shatter Me series, and I did not touch it at all this month. So I think that's going to be my goal for this month, is finish the last 2 Throne of Glass books and finish the Shatter Me series. I'm halfway through it and have not read it in a month. I still really like it and want to finish it, so I want to try and hold myself to that for June. For June. I don't know months. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. We're in the new apartment. My next couple videos will probably be setting up all my new shelves and everything. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, I've already put up a couple polls asking for people's opinions of like where my shelves should go and how they should be decorated. So if you don't follow me there, feel free to go ahead if you want to help give me your opinions on what you think would look best, because I have actually like empty bookshelf space. I have completely empty bookshelves. So I have a lot of free room to kind of decorate shelves a lot more than what I used to. Follow me over there if you want to give me your thoughts and opinions on my book decorating. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love and appreciate you so much. Please stay safe, and I will see you guys. If you want to follow me anywhere else on my social medias, my Instagram included, they will all be linked down below in the description box, as well as on my home screen channel banner. Also down below will be my Amazon wish list if you guys want to send me any books, as well as my PangoBooks if you guys want to buy any of mine or other people's pre-used books. It's a cheaper way to fill up your TBR. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love and appreciate you so much. Please stay safe, and I will see you guys somewhere else on the internet. Bye.